Despite what your granddad may say, just because the NFL has implemented rules to cut out dangerous collisions doesn't mean it's still not violent. NFL players are getting more explosive and athletic and can still bring the hammer. Here's our list of the game's premier hitters and terrors to ball carriers everywhere. These are the hardest hitters in the NFL today in no particular order. Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams is a throwback safety in the modern-day NFL, reminding us of players like John Lynch, Rodney Harrison, and Cam Chancellor. In the box, Adams has the instincts and physicality to change the game in an instant. Adams plays with a fiery passion that sends chills down your spine, and the thud he brings to the party makes you want to jump out of your seat. Whether he's blitzing off the edge or jarring the ball loose, his vicious hits made him an immediate fan favorite in New York, and reason enough for the Seahawks to mortgage off 2 first-round picks for him an off-season ago. Everybody remembers his Palomalu impression, diving over the Giants line to stuff Daniel Jones for the loss. Every time Adams strikes a player, he can change the entire outlook of the game. The play isn't over until Jamal Adams says it's over. Darius Leonard. The newly highest-paid linebacker in football has been proving doubters wrong since his days at South Carolina State. The underdog forces opponents to feel the chip on his shoulder with every hit. Josh Allen isn't your regular QB, weighing in at 6'5", 240, and Leonard stopped him in his tracks when they met. If that's not impressive enough, Leonard's pile drive on King Henry should warm even the most cynical heart. Most hard hitters are just some of the world's most massive human beings, but Leonard is more like a homing missile, diagnosing the play and beelining for the backfield. The scariest thing is that Darius Leonard is still getting better each year. Keanu Neal. The Florida Gator alum has been a 100-plus tackles-a-year player from the safety position since he entered the league. Such a good tackler that his new team, the Cowboys, are moving him all over the field, including linebacker. During his time with the Falcons, Keanu was a walking hit stick. When you think of Neal, you can't forget his hit on Willie Snead. The camera kept moving, Willie Snead didn't. Neal's a wide receiver over the middle's worst nightmare. He's not looking to pick off a pass. No. He's looking to put you on his mantle. Neal's trophy wall is long, too. Jordan Reed, Tariq Cohen, Jimmy Graham, Travis Kelce, Jonathan Stewart, to name a few. Bobby Wagner. The last remaining member of the Legion of Boom, Bobby Wagner. Wagner is still flatlining running backs even as he gets a decade into his career, and the drop-off seems nowhere in sight. Wagner is the last linebacker quarterbacks want to be sacked by. Of his 22.5 career sacks, he's punished the passer every single time. Wagner recognizes the offensive play at the snap of the ball and darts through the line before demolishing the ball carrier in the backfield. Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is just violent. There's not much more to say. The 3-time Defensive Player of the Year is not only the most valuable non-QB in football, he's also the hardest-hitting defensive lineman as well. We've been graced by his dominance since his rookie season. Donald's one-of-a-kind explosion even overpowers the strongest runners ever, like Marshawn Lynch. You have to feel bad for quarterbacks and running backs. There's not an offensive lineman that can stop Donald from smacking your favorite players in the backfield. It's not just the violent takedowns, it's the volume. Donald is carving up offenses and dropping runners at a clip never seen from an interior defensive lineman before. Run away from him, Donald knives across and slings you to the ground. Run at him, he splits the double and slings you to the ground. Pass it, he Mr. Miyagi's your blocker. And you guessed it, slings you to the ground. Harrison Smith. Nobody gives Harrison Smith the respect he's due as a certified enforcer. He isn't brought up in enough circles because he's a great cover guy, a ball hawk, a coach on the field, one of the most complete safeties in the league. But the man's name is Hitman Harry for a reason. Agent 22 hits players in traffic like he has a personal vendetta, like a landlord letting receivers know that rent is due. Just this past season, Smith welcomed rookie CeeDee Lamb to the NFL with a savage shot over the middle. Threat neutralized. Where Hitman is never given enough credit is how safe he is with his kill shots, hitting the strike zone with perfect precision nearly every time. Despite the NFL's inconsistent refereeing, you can see Smith knock the guy out, like Amari Cooper here, without any head-on-head collision. Hitman's style of play even gets the OMG stamp of approval from Jared Allen. Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey is the best shutdown corner in all of the NFL. Your freaky, athletic, inhuman receiver that mosses everyone? Jalen makes you forget he's even on the field. We aren't talking about anyone specific, but with his huge frame, Jalen Ramsey can also lay the lumber, and he's always looking to catch someone lacking. One of his personal favorites was DeAndre Hopkins. Back when they were on their old teams, Ramsey was regularly finishing every rep with a bone-crunching hit on Nuke. He hit him so hard it made the most dependable hands in the NFL drop a pass. Always one to pour salt in the wound. Ramsey will flatline you, then step over you, jawing the entire time. No one knows this better than A.J. Green. Jalen possesses such range that a pass to his flat has turned into a hospital ball. A big no-no. You can't even try to argue Ramsey isn't a hitter. We'll point you to one play. Giants 2020, he runs through a blocker twice his size before slamming Golden Tate MMA style. That might have been personal, but Ramsey has smoke for everybody. If you are lucky enough to catch a ball on him, he will make you pay. Landon Collins. When Landon Collins is on the field, you know it. He lives every play to make sure his presence is felt. Collins isn't going for the safe, get him to the ground style of tackling. He's going the extra mile to make sure you don't get an extra inch. He wants to hurt you, maim you, make you think twice when you see that 26 coming at you. As a Giant, he led the team in tackles 3 years in a row. In his first season with Washington, he did the same. That's not an accolade typically going to a safety, but it typifies the type of player Landon Collins is. His idol is Sean Taylor, and he emulates Taylor's style of play to the fullest. Now that he's recovered from his Achilles tendon injury in 2020, expect that production to continue, along with a weekly wow hit that he's known for. Chase Young. Our next premier hitter is in a weight class above the others on this list. Chase Young was a force as an NFL rookie. It's rare that a rookie gives another rookie his welcome to the big league moment, but that's exactly what happened when the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington football team got together. Joe Burrow broke the pocket near the goal line and tried to score himself, charging the pylon. Chase Young had other ideas. He leveled Burrow. Not only did he stop him short of the score, he dislodged the ball and brought it back to his team. He did this 3 other times in his first season, forcing 4 fumbles with his crushing hits. Count on many more plays like that from the NFL's newest apex predator, Jonathan Abram. Abram isn't the best cover guy in the NFL, and he's caught a ton of flack for it. But if there's one thing Abram can certainly do, it's go full speed ahead and send the opponent to the gulag. As Christian McCaffrey found out in Week 1, Jonathan Abram is a bad man. Matter of fact, he's a gladiator. Every time he hits, you don't have to see it. You can hear it, you can feel it. You can even smell the fear on the other team. And remember, he's only got 1 season under his belt. We've officially named him the Abrams Tree Cutting Service, flying from 10 yards back to slice runners in half just as they break the contain. There's a lot to love about the young Jonathan Abram, unless you're an offensive player. Who do you think is the biggest hitter in the NFL today? Let us know in the comments below, and let us know if you think we left anyone off this list.